How you doing?
Good. There's a few things in this world I know you enjoy more than talking about yourself. I imagine one of those other things is watching yourself on TV. It's March, and this is the first year now where you're going to see your shot. From now till the next 3 weeks for like 100 million times. What's that like when you see that and stumble upon that when it's unavoidable now?
I mean, I feel like I talked to my mom and dad last night, and they were obviously pretty proud, and that's always my goal. First and foremost is to make my family proud, and everything I do for them, and to make sure that they know how much I care about them, and to have that opportunity to see myself on the TV and have such a great moment in my life is just definitely pretty cool, and I'm pretty blessed to have been put in that opportunity. But I have to make new memories now and kind of look forward rather than look back. But I think definitely when I get 15, 20 years down the road and be able to still reflect on something like that, I think it's going to be pretty special.
How have you changed since that? Or have you changed at all?
I don't think I've changed. I think maybe some people might think that I might have gained some confidence, but I've always had the confidence, and I've just been waiting for the opportunity. And I feel like this season I've had that opportunity, and it's been something that I've really tried to continue to work and to continue to grow as a player and as a person. And I think that's something that's really been important to me.
I think we had you in here 2 days after that shot, and you had talked about all the people that were saying stuff to you and kind of being recognized everywhere. In the last year, is there a place that you go anywhere in this state, if you stop off at a gas station, whatever it is, where you're not recognized, you kind of feel like I'm normal for 10 minutes? Or is it always people see you, they want to get photos, they want to say something about the shot?
I think there's definitely times where I'm at home and people definitely recognize me just because being from a smaller town right outside Charlotte, I feel like it's a pretty big basketball town. But I mean, I do think going around I'm recognized a lot more, but I think that also gives me an opportunity to kind of utilize my platform. And I mean, I was young at one time, and I had role models that I looked after and wanted to be like, and I think the way I carry myself and the way that people look at how I handle certain situations is very important to me, and that's why I try to do each and every day that I encounter people who are, I guess you could say, fans.
You're not hearing more from Kentucky fans on social media or anything now that we're getting closer to March. Are they leaving you alone now?
I'm not sure. I think it's definitely something that they realize it's a new season, and you got to make new memories, and can't really reflect on the past. It was over almost a year ago, and I think it's something that we got to focus on this year and this team, and kind of worry about other things in the future.
Luke, there's a select group of Tar Heels that have been named first team All-ACC over the years. When that news came out Sunday, were you able to take a moment to appreciate that, or are you still so focused on this year, you'll do that maybe later?
I think the coolest thing, honestly, is the opportunity to have a teammate on the same team, and being able to really have two people on as viewed as two of the five best players in the conference. I mean, I think it's pretty special. But I mean, at the end of the day, Joel and I both have our similar view. I mean, we want to have as much success individually, but at the end of the day, it's about winning. And we've lost 2 games in a row, and that's not acceptable. And we got to get back on track on Wednesday.
If there was a way that I could force you to say something nice about yourself or compliment your own game, what would you say? What would you?
Figure four, maybe?
I don't know. I've been taught since a young age that humility comes for the people who handle success the best. And my dad's probably the most humble guy I know, and everybody talks about him as such a great athlete, and I've never heard him say that he was a great athlete, and I think that speaks volumes about his character, and I just try to emulate that as best I can. And I mean, nobody knows, but I think my mom was probably a better athlete than my dad, and I think that's really important to our family, and I think I try to do my best to carry on the legacy that they've both set in front of me.
When I asked you last week if you'd seen much film of your dad playing football here, and you said no, you really haven't, is that kind of what you're talking about? That Dad didn't say, hey, here, look at me when I was back in my playing days? Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, he has all his tapes with my, at his home in Conover with my grandparents, but I mean, I've never seen any of them, and he's never told me to look at them. But I definitely think in the future I'll definitely look at them and kind of see, like, because my grandmother says that we carry ourselves similar and have similar mannerisms, and my mom sees the same thing as well, and I think it'd be pretty cool to kind of check that out. But I mean, right now I'm focused on this season and not really worried about what I'm doing in the future.
Luke, what is your level of concern, if you have any, in regards to how the regular season ended as we get ready for the postseason? Or do you feel like this team isn't going to have a problem bouncing back?
Yeah, I think I mean, we won 6 games in a row and playing at a really high level, and then senior night was tough. I mean, it was really hard, and I think we really wanted to play so well for the seniors that we kind of maybe did not play as well defensively and kind of got away from our strategy a little bit. And I mean, they hit a tough shot, and I mean, they're a good team. They're one of the top 4 best teams in our league, and to have them come in here and play at that high level was expected, and we just didn't come up to the challenge. And then every game you play against Duke is going to be very intense, and we were winning most of the game and just didn't make plays on the stretch. So I think both those games are things that you can learn from, but we're right there in both of them, and we could have won both of them. And I think whether we're on a 2-game losing streak or 8-game winning streak, I think you go into the conference tournament with the same attitude that we got to take this every game is one game, and we can't lose. And that's the biggest thing for us.
Luke, with the short lineup that Roy uses, having played 3 games in 4 days in Portland and then playing 3 games in 5 days in ACC play, does that help prepare for this week when you're going to have so many games kind of jam-packed together potentially?
Yes, sir. I think it does. I think having that opportunity to play so many games and have such a heavy workload from the 5 starters has been something that we've had to deal with a couple times, like you mentioned, and just being able to have that experience will really help us moving forward.
What is it about this offense, and I know a lot of offenses are this way, but when you have so many guys scoring, it seems like the assist total shoot up, that the team's much more efficient. Why is that with this particular scheme that Roy runs?
We're just so spaced out. We space the floor. We shoot the ball really well from the perimeter, and we know each other pretty well. I mean, we have 4 of our 5 starters have played together for 3 years now, and I think it's really helpful to have that chemistry. And then Cam is such an easy player to play with because he's somebody who just rolls with the flow and makes shots and really looks for others, and is a team player. And just guys come off the bench really kind of begin to really step into that role player role, and I think that's really important for our success moving forward.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Luke.
Thanks, Luke.
Almost did it, Luke.